Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me on your mats today. I'm definitely excited to lead you in a practice. What we're going to focus on today is finding a little bit more space through the front body, opening up the chest and trying to work on our ability to deepen our breath. So whenever you're ready, just go ahead and get started on your mat in any comfortable seated position for yourself. So you can start here like I am on your shins, or if you would prefer easy pose, Sukhasana, just taking a cross-legged seat, maybe even sitting your hips up upon a block or a blanket rolled up if that's more comfortable for you. We will be again trying to open up through the chest a little bit today. So if you do have tight shoulders, it may be helpful to have a strap or a towel, a scarf, anything like that that will allow you to reach your arms back behind you. But whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and just get started. So sit up nice and tall wherever you are. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling and lengthen the tailbone down. You can gently close your eyes. And for a moment, I just want you to take notice of how your body feels and how your breath is. So notice your posture. Are your shoulders rolling back and down, or are they rolling forward? Is your breath deep or shallow? Is it slow or fast? And where are you holding tension in your body? After taking a moment to just observe, start to take a moment to find a little bit of space. So maybe create a little bit more length in your spine. Again, the shoulders maybe fall away from the ears. Allow the shoulders to roll down the back, to open up through the chest, so creating a little bit more length through the collarbone. And see if you can take that breath just a little bit deeper. So inhale, filling up the lungs. A gentle pause at the top. Exhale, letting all the air go. And maybe a gentle pause at the bottom. So inhale. Pause. And exhale. So maybe setting an intention for yourself for today's practice, and maybe allowing that intention to truly just be focused on finding some space in your breath. So staying for one more round, inhale, and exhale. And then whenever you're ready, start to come over your shins onto your hands and knees. And just move around organically on your mat. So maybe you take a few cat-cows. Maybe you press back into a child's pose. There's no right or wrong movement here. It's just finding whatever your body is craving. Continuing in with that breath, if you are liking that pattern with the pause in between your inhales and exhales, please take that. Or just settle into something that feels a little bit more natural to you. Maybe you circle the shoulders over the wrists. Maybe you focus on that long spine, pressing the shins into the mat. Stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. Taking one more inhale and one more exhale. And then gently finding your neutral spine, starting to tuck the toes under and lifting the hips up and back, finding your downward facing dog. Again, feel free to find movement or stillness here, whatever settles more naturally in your body. So taking a deep bend in one knee and then the other, shaking out the head. Maybe opening up the mouth really wide, letting go of any tension in the jaw. Pressing into the pointer finger and thumb, allowing the arms to be long, the hips are nice and high. A nice gentle bend in the knees as the energy draws the heels down towards the mat. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Whenever you're ready, start to slowly tiptoe the feet all the way to the top of the mat, taking as deep of a bend in the knees as you need to get all the way there. And once you reach the top, release the heels down to the mat and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way to standing. Maybe take a big circle with the shoulders on your inhale, drawing the shoulders up towards your ears. And as you exhale, just release them down your back. Maybe going in the opposite direction, inhale again, shoulders towards the ears, and exhale, gently release. If you can, start to interlace your hands behind your back. We'll start with the right thumb on top. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together and create this openness in the chest. Extend the knuckles down towards the mat. So maybe at first you start with bent arms. And again, think about drawing shoulder blades together. And then see if you can start to extend the arms away, maybe bringing the heels of the palms together. Open your heart towards the front of the room. Maybe even take your gaze up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lengthen the tailbone down, have engagement through the entire body. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Go ahead and release. Allow the shoulders, again, maybe one big circle forward, and one big circle back. And then step to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. We're gonna sit all the way down to the mat, coming through our chair pose. So maybe your feet are about hips width distance apart, maybe they're together, whatever feels more natural and stable to you. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, start to sink down nice and low into your chair pose. Maybe you start to reach your arms forward, finding a little bit more of a counterbalance. Getting your hips as low as you possibly can. If you need to release your hands to the mat, go for it. Maybe split the knees a little wider, allow room for the chest, and then gently release the hips all the way to the mat. Finding your boat pose. You can have your hands onto the backs of the legs for support. You can even have the toes grounded, just pointing through the toes. You can have the arms out by your sides, or even overhead if you're feeling really strong through your core today. Wherever you decide to go, it's a full breath in and a full breath out. On your next inhale, we're gonna open up to our low boat. You can keep the arms forward, or again, if you're feeling super strong through the core, extend your arms overhead. You can always have bent knees and then again, arms in either positioning. Wherever you are though, again, try to draw the belly button in down towards the spine, lifting the heart towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. So our next movement is going to take us all the way back to standing at the top of our mat. Again, if you need to use your arms to get there, do so. If not, see if you can go in one fluid motion. So take a deep breath in. Maybe you find a little bit of momentum. Root the feet down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. And exhale, release the hands down by your sides. Root down. Standing tall, breathing in and breathing out. So this time again, releasing the hands back behind you, squeezing the shoulder blades together, starting with the left thumb on top, and then see if you can reach the knuckles away from the body. Again, opening up through that front body, lengthening the spine, reaching the crown up as you extend the tailbone down, strong into the feet. Squeeze the shoulders together, open your heart, take one more breath in and one more breath out. Gently release the clasp. Again, maybe that big shoulder roll forward or back. And then one more time, sitting all the way down to the mat. So inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, slowly bending into the knees, maybe reaching the arms forward. Again, you can always use your hands. It's just a different way of getting down to the mat. Sitting the hips all the way. Releasing the knees. Finding your boat pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out, opening up on your next inhale to your variation here, lengthening as much as possible, breathing in and breathing out. Our next inhale, transitioning all the way to the top of the mat. Root the feet down, press, lift, inhale, and exhale. On your next breath in, again, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release hands all the way through heart center to the mat. Step the left foot back. Release the left knee down. Untuck the toes and sweep the arms all the way overhead, finding your low lunge. If there's too much pressure in the back knee, again, you can place a towel. You can fold your mat up underneath so that you have that additional support. But keep the energy in the lower body. We're pulling the right thigh bone into its socket to square the hips off towards the front of the room. And we're finding this length through our upper body. So we've got this nice long stretch. Our arms are reaching really tall. Press into the top of the left foot. You can have your toes tucked under if that's better for your balance. And then energetically draw that right heel like it's trying to work its way to the back of the mat. It's not going to, but it's gonna help you turn on the inner muscles of both legs. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Release the hands down by your side, set the hips back, find your half splits. Flex the right toes to the face and still energetically drawing that right heel back in space. It's gonna help turn on the back of the right leg. I don't care how far you're bending over. I want you to think about a long spine with your heart reaching towards the front of the room. Still keep energy through that back left foot as you press that foot down into the mat. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Rooting back into that right foot, sweeping the arms all the way overhead. And then release the hands back behind you, right thumb on top. So the same grip that we did before. And then again, try to reach the knuckles away as you open up through the front body. Continue to keep this lift through your chest and continue to stay active in the feet. So again, that right heel's pulling back in space energetically. That left knee is rooting down, but acting as if you're trying to scissor the legs together. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Release the grip. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And then exhale, release the hands down on either side of that right foot. Tuck the back toe. Step the left foot to the front. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. Send the hips back. And exhale, release. Root down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. And then exhale, we're gonna lower all the way back down to the mat. Again, as slowly and controlled as you can. Always having that opportunity to use your hands as support, but trusting that you can get the whole way down without it. Finding your boat pose, take an inhale. And an exhale. This time as you lower down, keep the right knee in. Interlace your fingers against your right thigh. Push your right thigh into your hands as you press your hands into your thigh. So create this energy in the core. Energy through the feet. They can be pointed or flexed or somewhere in between, but active through the lower body. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. Switching sides. Left thigh comes up. Extend the right toes forward. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Sweep all the way to the top of the mat, root down through the feet, inhale all the way up, and exhale, release. Place the hands down onto the mat, step the right foot back, release the right knee down, untuck the toes, sweep the arms all the way overhead, finding your low lunge. So same idea on this side, root down through the left foot, draw the left thigh bone back in space to square the hips off towards the front of the room. Root down through the top of the right foot. Again, toes can be tucked if that's better for your balance. And then extend up through the spine and really reach the arms up all the way to the ceiling. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release the hands down on either side, set the hips back, finding that half split. Flex the left toes to the face. Press the left heel down and then energetically use the back of that left thigh to get a little bit stronger as you reach your heart towards the front of the room. Finding length and energy here. Take an inhale and an exhale. Root back down into the left foot. Sweep the arms all the way back up, finding that low lunge. And then again, releasing the arms behind you, this time left thumb on top, interlacing the fingers and then extending the knuckles back behind you. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, trying to open up through the front of the chest as much as you can. Feeling this nice gentle stretch through the front of the right hip. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release the grip. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, place the hands on either side of the left foot. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And exhale, release. Root down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. And again, exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down to the mat. Engage into the core, press down into the feet slowly as you can. Again, maybe reaching the arms forward for more of a counterbalance. Setting the hips all the way down onto the ground. Finding your boat pose. Take an inhale and an exhale. Open up. Finding your low boat, interlacing your fingers behind your head, bringing your right knee and your left elbow together. And then switching sides over to the left. We'll count it down for 10. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, make sure you're breathing, 3, 2, 1. Finding yourself at center, releasing your knees into your chest, giving them a gentle squeeze, maybe just rocking from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, rolling along the length of your spine, using that momentum, lifting yourself all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. And exhale, right back down to the mat. Place the hands down, step the left foot back. Release the left knee down, untuck the toes. Again, sweep the arms. Continuing to stay active in that front right foot as you draw that right heel back energetically. And notice that you're not on the top, on the knee on this left side. So what we're gonna do is start to kind of inch ourselves forward so that you're more on the fleshy part of that knee. And then find energy through the back of that left leg as you flex your toes up and in. Squeezing as much as possible, finding length through the upper body, engaging into that left hamstring. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Release your hands down on either side. Release the back knee down with control. So finding your half split, flexing your toes to your face. Again, drawing that right heel back energetically to turn on through the back of the right leg, reaching your chest towards the front of the room. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more time, stepping into that right foot, sweeping the arms all the way up. Finding the engagement in that left leg, bringing the heel to your bum, and then seeing if you can release one hand or both behind you to grab that ankle or somewhere on the foot, somewhere on the shin. Again, squeezing the shoulder blades back together behind you so that you open up through the front body, and then find as much activation in the legs as you can. Drawing the right heel energetically, squeezing the left heel in towards your bum, lifting up through your midsection and opening your heart. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Gently release the grip, slowly lower the back toes down, plant the hands, sit the hips back one more time for that half split, feeling that energy and stretch through the back of the right leg. Take an inhale and an exhale. Plant the right foot down, plant the hands, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And exhale, release. Root down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. And last time, we sink all the way down towards the mat. Engagement in through the entire body. Using the core on your way down, pressing into the feet, releasing the hips all the way to the mat, and finding that boat pose. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out, opening up, keeping the right leg to the ceiling, extend the left leg long. You can reach with your hands, you can bring them behind your head, or you can grab onto the back of the calf muscle. Take a full inhale. And an exhale, switching over, left leg goes high. Breathe in and breathe out. We count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into the chest, give them a gentle squeeze. Again, just a moment to release. Maybe that rock from side to side if that feels good. And then one more time, rolling all the way up to standing. So whenever you're ready, rolling along the length of your spine, rooting the feet down into the ground, pressing into your feet all the way up. And exhale, release hands all the way through heart center to the mat. Plant the hands, step the right foot back. Release the right knee down, untuck the toes, sweep the arms all the way up and finding that low lunge on the left side. Again, just building the foundation of the pose. So reaching up nice and tall. Energy in that left leg, drawing the left thigh bone in. And then turning on the back of the right leg by lifting the heel up towards the bum. Flexing the foot as much as you can. Squeezing that heel in, acting as if there's a block that you're trying to squeeze in between your hips and the heel. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Gently release the engagement on the right side. Release the hands down. Set the hips back. Find your half splits. Same energy. Heart reaching towards the front of the room. Still a very active pose. So trying to not make this a passive stretch here, but keeping the energy pulling back as much as possible as you reach your heart forward. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Last time, rooting down into the left foot, sweeping the arms all the way up, finding the engagement in that right leg. Maybe extending one hand or both behind you to grab onto that ankle or the shin, a part of the foot, and then squeezing that heel in towards your bum. Lifting through the chest. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. Last time, gently release, toes land. Set the hips back, half splits. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Root the left foot down. Plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift, and exhale, release. Maybe toe heel your feet a little bit wider than hips width or whatever feels very stable to you. Take a nice gentle bend in the knees so that you create a connection between the belly and the thighs. Just allow some freedom in the neck, maybe grab opposite elbows. Maybe rock from side to side, putting more weight in one foot and then the other. Just being here for a moment. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Release the hands down. Gently rolling up one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way back up to standing. Allow the shoulders to roll up towards the ears and then away down the back body. Rooting your feet down into the ground, reaching the crown of the head tall as the tailbone lengthens to the mat. energy through the fingertips, noticing the openness of your chest, the depth of your breath. Take an inhale and an exhale. Last time, just to make our way down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, however you need to get down to the ground. If you'd like to continue with this challenge of lowering all the way without using your hands, setting your hips down onto the mat. Finding your hands onto the tops of your shins, creating this big curvature in your spine, and then as slowly as you can, releasing all the way down. Maybe for another moment, bringing your knees back into your chest. One more tiny rock and roll onto the mat. And then place the feet down. They can be about hips width distance apart. Just allow the knees to fall in. Bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. Take notice of your breath here. Notice if anything has changed between now and the beginning of your practice, just a short period ago. Maybe coming back to that breath. Inhale, pause, and exhale, pause. Whatever rhythm of breath that you need, and staying here as long as you need. But always taking that moment of gratitude for your mind and your body, remembering that every day is a gift.